What's going on, everybody? Ryan Hurley here with Epic Lacrosse, here with the Epic athletes Ty Thompson and Zack Dorn. We're hanging out in Studio 22. Got the iPhone out, going to be answering some of your Twitter questions here today. All right, here's the one we got from @Jeremy10Cabro for both you guys. We got, what's your favorite pregame ritual?
I just like to have fun. Like, I can't get too into my head before a game.
You just try to keep it cool.
Just keep it cool. Have fun with the teammates, joke around a bit.
For me, I'd say I like to take my stick before every game, and I like to start out when I get to the locker room. I start out with country, then that goes to rap, then it goes to house music, then I hit the field.
Every time,
And I put my left cleat on first every time.
Left cleat?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's serious.
I got a couple.
I do the pads the same way. I always, every time it was elbow pad going like this, then I put this on, sitting the same way. We had like a little bathroom. I would always go in the bathroom, and there was this one spot where you could play wall ball real nice. So it was just like this corner spot. I would always just be like getting the hands going that way.
Good to have the superstitions.
Yeah, kind of get you feeling.
I'd have to pick up a couple of those.
What's life after breaking the record like now? Is you get a few autographs, you got to shoot a little bit more often for kids?
Yeah, like the other day we had a size fitting for a travel team out of Hurley, and they were doing like a fast shot thing. So they're like, Zack, get in there, Zack, get in there. And then I started shooting, and there was just like a crowd of people around the shooting cage just watching me and like videotaping, just sitting there with iPhones. All right, you two have been in the greatest lacrosse games that I've ever watched. Like, you guys versus Notre Dame, one of the greatest games of all time.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are Syracuse, one of the greatest games of all time. So how was that?
Yeah, I mean, playing in front of 50,000 people, you can't beat that at the Final Four and stuff, especially being a kid from the Midwest out here in Minnesota. But that game, still had nightmares about it. Losing the Cuse with 4 seconds left, then we go to overtime, we lose the game there. But I mean, that's unbelievable to get out in front of that, and it's just kind of so surreal. You're just like, all right, I guess I better go do it. It's just no turning back now. And the Notre Dame game for you, what was your favorite part of that game?
That was just wild, playing in front of 13,000 people. I was just looking around and wow, this is insane. And, playing there was so loud, and about 90% of the crowd was going for us, so that was awesome. And they ended up coming back, and we ended up falling short in overtime, but still, it's something to be proud of, make it to the quarterfinal and got to play in front of that many people. It was just a crazy feeling.
For me, just because some of the competition and stuff like that, coaching wasn't always there. So I would be watching YouTube videos, Lacrosse, if you remember the Lacrosse days.
Yeah.
Watching the beginning of the internet, watching Mark Millen, Syracuse, as much as it kills me to say, Syracuse, I love watching those guys. Mikey Powell, even though I'm totally not that type of player, I'd go in the backyard and try to be doing Mikey Powell moves.
Stick tricks,
but even just little kind of like way he would hesitate and as an attackman come up and kind of like a little fake pass with just a wrist kind of like. So I'd always be doing stuff like that, and then watching Mark Millen's offensive wizardry.
Is this stick regulation?
Yeah, this video. Oh, I had it on VHS every night before high school lacrosse. As the season was coming, every single night going to bed, I'd pop that thing in, watch that, go out in the backyard the next day, do the same types of things. But any other players that you really tried to be like, or?
I would see these guys do these crazy shots and whatever it took to get the ball in the net, whatever kind of shot it took. And so when I go home, I do that in my yard. I throw it behind my back or do whatever, and I just keep practicing until I can do it normal. Field lacrosse now, I do the same thing. I try to study John Grant Jr., how he plays field lacrosse, because we're both indoor guys and outdoor guys, and I just try to translate my game and use whatever I can to make my game better.
Yeah, not too bad to look out for after a guy like that. What about you, Zach?
One play that totally sticks out to me would have to be Mark Matthews versus Villanova when he did that like toe drag, like fake pass toe drag on the guy, and then just like a wrist or underhand and just snipes the corner.
That was nice.
I was just like, what? I was just mind blown, and it was just like, I need to play like that. So then I would just like have my stick in my hand every day, just trying to do toe drags and just snipe corners. But yeah, so he was definitely like a player that I was like, jeez, if I could only have those hands. And then now recently it's been like John Grant Jr. He's just amazing.
You have a favorite goal?
Yeah, against Siena, the one-handed behind the back.
Yeah, walk us through that one. Was the ball was behind? Who was? Does your cousin have it?
No, Will Stenberg, he's driving towards X, and he fed me inside. Caught it. I didn't know if I had it first, so I checked. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna fling it in net. And I bounced it, and it was fast too, and it went top corner.
I remember, yeah, they had the highlights of that one. That was,
and like, you know, I didn't know where it went at the time, so I'm just like, holy, that went in. So I just sell it, and I get off the field for a timeout, and Coach Marr's like, he's like, dude, that is the sickest goal I've ever seen. And I was like, holy. Everyone, then all my team was like, ESPN, that's gonna be #1. But unfortunately, it was on Time Warner, so ESPN didn't get it. But that's definitely the best goal I've ever gotten in my life. I don't think I could top that.
favorite color? Oh, blue.
Red.
Red. Even though I like blue, but red.
All right, favorite athlete all time, any sport. Go.
My favorite athlete of all time is definitely going to be Joel Sakic. That's why I wore number 19 growing up. And, still my favorite number, just swapped it around for Lacrosse, but definitely Joel Sakic. Hopefully I can get him someday.
Since I grew up in Chicago and was born in the early 90s, Michael Jordan, hands down. Can't mess with him.
And then it's stereotypical, but I'm gonna have to say, being from Minnesota, gotta pick a hockey guy, Wayne Gretzky. No doubt.
Estevez.
Well, Wayne Gretzky, because have you ever even looked up that guy's numbers, like the official points that guy got? He's 2 times more points than the second closest guy to him, which is just nuts. So I'm gonna have to say Wayne Gretzky. Favorite celly.
Deep down.
What kind of celly you guys? You guys get something going, just hands up? Are you?
Well, if you saw me in the All-Star game,
Your hands up running.
I did a nice power skip with the little finger nod.
That was nice.
Yeah.
My buddies who saw us give me crap. I just did the straight hockey hands up, and then sometimes if I get too pumped, I would actually like jump, which looked like super dumb. But you get any?
I noticed down some of my salaries that either like a sluggish just walk or hard fist pump or same thing with you, put both hands. I found myself doing that towards the end of the year, this past year, both hands up. And then, but my favorite was high school. Our rival team, we were at their field, and we were down by 1, and the crowd was just chirping me bad, and, like, getting in my head. I tied the game up. Ended up getting the game winner. And the game winning goal, I just the whole crowd. That was probably my most memorable one.
Cool.
Classic.
That's it. All right, that's it from Studio 22. I want to thank Ty and Zach for coming out and spending a little time with us here in Minnesota. Cold day for us here in the winter, but we had a good time. Did some good product demos, and thank you guys all there in the Twitter sphere for all your good questions. So see us again soon.
I wanna.
Shoots.